What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Chad,
Hi.
how are you? Hey, look at you. You're not frozen. You're not frozen on the screen.
We're back.
Maybe we are. Who knows? We're back.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, thanks everybody again that, we needed that 1 week off there,
We took 1 week off, Kevin. I swear to God, I feel like I haven't seen you in like a month.
I actually agree.
I was like damn, we only took 1 week off, but it seems like. Oh, hi, Colleen. Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, damn. We took a week and
Feels like forever.
much needed family time for both of us.
Yeah.
Hell, it was just we've both been through the ringer.
Can we talk about your travel? I think
If you
it's
really want
great.
to.
I think it's a great let's get it off your chest. Talk about how much you hate traveling now.
I had a rough travel experience.
There's nothing better than an athletic trainer.
Just some of it is my own fault.
Oh,
A lot of it's not. I almost missed a flight. I had to beg every single person in the TSA security check. I had to beg every single person to let me pass them, and then sprint through the airport to make my flight down to Florida.
was this your fault?
I left probably a little later than I should going down to Chicago, and then
Okay.
I got to Chicago. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it would.
All right.
And then there was some mix up about my bag, whether I needed to check it or not. So then I stood in a separate line trying to figure out what I needed to do with my bag. And that took like a half an hour. And at that point, then they're like, you're not going to make your flight. I was like, I have to make this flight. So then I'm sprinting through the airport, out of breath, dripping sweat. And I get there with literally the last person on the plane. They're like, you made it.
That's awesome.
So then I my nerves were shot because I'm like, damn, I need to get on this plane.
Were you pulling a bag with you?
I actually picked it up. I thought, and in retrospect, maybe this is a friend or foe.
Mm.
I picked up the bag and turned it sideways and carried the handle and tried running with it in here.
Yeah.
So I had a backpack on and I'm carrying a small carry-on
Yeah.
in my hand, but not wheeled because I thought the wheels would slow me down.
Interesting.
I thought it'd be easier to pick it up and lift. Maybe I should have carried it like a football.
Was it
I was dry mouth, cotton mouth, halfway there.
water?
I got on the plane, fine. Right behind me, 2-year-old, kicking. And the parents were great. They kept yelling at the kid every single time. And I turned around and said, look, I got a 2-year-old too. It's fine. I don't even care.
Oh, Chad's the nicest man of all time.
Get to Florida, yada, 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 come back. I was so scared about missing the flight. I got to my return trip. I got to the airport 3 hours before scheduled time to realize that the plane was delayed 4 hours.
Oh my.
I got to the airport at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Didn't leave Fort Myers until 9 o'clock.
Sweet.
Got into Chicago, which is an hour and 15-minute drive, at midnight.
Okay.
To find out the car that I drove down there didn't start. Needed to jump the battery at midnight. Didn't
and there's
leave
plenty
till
of people around
at midnight in the economy parking lot. Got home about 1:30. Just in time to get 4 hours sleep and celebrate Mother's Day.
That's actually, you got home pretty quick though.
Yeah,
you must have found somebody to jump you pretty quick.
Yeah, those actually, I will say this: the airport parking at O'Hare in Chicago.
Yeah.
You just go and they have a service station, and you just they call the truck right over, and the guy was there within 5 or 10 minutes, and
wow,
it jumped within
That's
2
cool.
minutes. It went really smoothly, and I was one. I've never been more grateful for an entire group of people I will never talk to in my life again for letting me skip. I felt so nice. I felt like all these people probably should have hated me.
Yeah.
But they were super nice. So
Sure.
I think there are decent people still out there in the world.
Well, it's probably how you approached it, You have an honest
It was
face.
with fucking fear panic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They told me I'm going to miss my flight. I'm so sorry. And every single one was like, go.
And they were like,
go.
This guy must be from Wisconsin.
It
He's
was
really nice.
A rom-com,
That's awesome.
cheering you on. So
Good
anyways.
for you. Well, I've only had that moment probably once in my life where oh my God, if I don't run, I'm not going to make this flight.
Yeah. That was the first time I've ever had to do it.
Nice. That's good.
And at least I
You're
was
like
by
62.
myself, and I could.
Oh,
yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you had to go through that with
My wife and child?
I
We would
mean-
have been there 4 hours earlier. Don't worry about that. And that was
Well,
the
that's
reason I
true.
was late, because I wanted to stay and help them as long as I could without
Sure.
just ditching. I was like,
Right.
I'll just go and I'll walk right on. Not so much.
Can you imagine if you're also carrying Bennett? Because it's not like his legs can keep up with yours.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God. Little sack. How much does he weigh right now?
Probably 35 pounds.
Dang.
What does
Man.
Abe weigh?
20.
Oh, he's a beefy boy.
He's really long.
What is percentiles?
His percentile for
Because Bennett's 63rd percent height, 63rd% weight. So he's
He is-
just above average. Just
Okay.
above in both.
so everybody sees me sit down on this podcast.
And
I'm 5'8" on a really good day.
yeah.
My wife is 5'4" on a really good day. My
How many
kid-
good days you have?
like in the you're taller in the morning, so you
Yeah.
measure at that point. Legitimately, my son is in the 99th percentile for height.
Really?
Yeah, and now he's 10 months old, so
Sure.
it'll even out. But his weight for his height, he has the worst BMI of all time, because for how tall he is, he's
Super skinny.
He's really light for how tall he is. He is already in. My son is 10 months old. He has outgrown his 12-month-old clothes.
Sure.
Some of his clothes are 18
He's 10 months?
10 months.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
We had somebody weigh Bennett once and say he was in the 99th percentile height, and they mismeasured him. They
Sure.
added 3 inches. I was
Yeah.
like, he's not even close to that height.
No, it's crazy how long my kid is. But he's very he's an appropriate weight for his age, but for how tall he is, he's really underweight, but he's not. Kids, they're crazy.
Is it going well?
What was I going to say? I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I don't know. 35-pound sack. If you had to carry that kid. He would have been having the time of his life, though. Just running.
Yeah.
Dad's just running. He's holding me.
He loves it.
It's so much fun.
I will say this. I spent 4 days in the hospital setting.
Mm-hmm.
I was really appreciative of
Oh,
the
good.
nurses, the
Nice.
therapists, all that, and just seeing how people do that. And then
What do you got there?
some these are from the airport. I
Oh,
never even ate
That
'em.
is an airport snack
Pomegranate
right there.
vanilla flavored cashews.
When the hell did you get back?
Probably like $15. Sunday morning at 1:30 a.m.
Wait a second. So,
I hadn't opened those.
Chad, these been sitting in your bag since Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah, and I hadn't opened them. I was going to eat them on the flight, and then I didn't. And then I don't ever use my backpack anymore, so they've just been in there.
Well, I guess you had all that time to kill on your way home.
Yeah.
You had 7 hours to kill.
Yeah.
Wow.
I binged a bunch of Succession.
Good for you.
It is a great show.
You know what's
I can't-
crazy is most of us would have just probably been drunk by the time you got back to Chicago, and that would have been even the worst thing. Then you can't drive home. Oh, the snacky snack. Well, Nisi, how do you say that? Sahel?
Yeah.
Sahel snacks? Cashews?
Yeah.
Cashews with some pomegranate? That sounds fantastic. I'm definitely going to be sneaking in some of those throughout the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, if you're just tuning into this for the first time, I'm Kevin.
I'm Chad.
He's Chad. This is the Candid Athletic Training Podcast.
We will talk about some athletic training here. at
We
some
will
point.
eventually. I mean,
We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. We got to catch up.
it's true. What more? What is more athletic training than talking about some travel
Travel
experiences, right? Travel woes. And sometimes that's the difference between personal travel and, sometimes business travel.
Not all. I mean, usually there's no difference. Usually it's the same. Just as convoluted with a team.
It is. Like when you're you have to wrangle everybody, but then also keep track of your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever fly with your team?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Usually the first 3 to 4 weeks of every season we're flight, or the first 2 were usually flights. The first 6 weeks were travel. But yeah, usually 2 or 3 flights a year,
Okay.
which was always a great debate amongst the coaching staff. Like Getz,
Yeah.
Getz would rather be on the bus than on the plane. He hated the plane,
Sure.
and I was kind
Oh, I
of
could so see that about him.
indifferent.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the flights, whatever.
That's a big thing in minor league baseball too. I mean, and if you're new to the podcast, our background is very baseball heavy. College setting for Chad, professional setting for myself. Years and years of being in the major leagues where you do nothing but take, very, very easy charter flights. Chad's dying over here. He's choking. He's going to try to drink some water. He's going to die. Oh my God. Oh, he's okay.
Cashew one.
He's going to eat. Okay, so Chad needs a break. He's going to get it up, everybody. If I need the Heimlich, you give me the sign. I've taken CPR and AED and first responder stuff, so if you need it. Oh, my God. We're going to see if Chad can talk the rest of the time. I thought I was going to be my voice is getting a little hoarse over the day.
Good.
Nice. He got it out, everybody. It was that little pomegranate. It was just sitting there.
What's it's still podcasting 101. Don't
we
eat.
are the best podcasters.
The worst part of coffee, like choking, is like your eyes watering and like forever.
Oh, I thought
it
was like the possible not breathing part, but
the breathing is important, but not as yeah.
Oh, Nisi's yelling at me. I should have helped. I should have gotten up. Listen, I know Chad. He's fine.
You know what that is? That's like top step athletic training. I think it'll be okay.
I was watching you.
Yeah,
I was looking
eyes
for
on
the
the prize.
I was looking for the signs and symptoms. Could you imagine if we were doing a podcast and one of us had to like
I've thought about it.
give you a Heimlich or give me the Heimlich?
I'll try not to eat anymore.
Have you ever done the Heimlich? True Heimlich?
Yeah, at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh,
One
that's
time,
right.
That guy that coughed up the beef forever and
That's
sat down and kept eating. I was like, all right, man, you go.
That's right. Oh, that's great.
Good podcasting here.
Well, hey, you know what? We're here. We're back. Let's thank some people.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's thank some people.
I want to thank Kevin for making sure I didn't die.
I was watching.
I want to thank the live streamers for jumping on. It's good to see everybody again. Thanks for listening to the podcast. But let's thank Healthy Roster.
Ooh, our best friends.
The official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training. HealthyRoster.com.
Your voice just got
It's
awful,
gone.
sultry.
It's still like I'm at, I would say, at like 83% right now.
That's awesome. Maybe that's the key to that like perfect voice.
No, it's not perfect.
Hey,
Close Encounters with a Cashew.
You know what? Healthy Roster, we couldn't do this without you. If any of our listeners right now, if you're looking for a better EMR, please go check out Healthy Roster. You can contact them directly at healthyroster.com. They do everything wonderful. They love athletic trainers.
Dan was going to be on tonight.
Oh,
he had agreed to come on, and then
right.
like just yesterday he had texted me and said like, hey, I got something. He can't make it. They're going to come on in early June. They've got something kind of big that they're working on, and they want us to kind of be like at the forefront of it.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for something big from Healthy Roster. It's actually coming down the pipeline, and we're going to give it to you.
Oh, we're going to give it to you. Oh, that's what we do.
Do you think she ever said, I'm going to give it to you? Like, just to surrender, like a white flag? Like, all right, fine, you've asked enough. Here it is. I'll give it to you. She never said that.
You know my wife.
Nagging works. That's what she said on your wedding
yes,
on your wedding
she
day.
She
She
did
said,
say that.
Nagging works.
She still reminds me of that
I think
routinely.
I think I'm back. I think I'm back.
You are back.
I'm like 99%
I love it.
voice. I'm
I
good.
love it.
I'm good. Clean.
What else we got to think?
We got to thank Smart Tools, smarttools.plus.com. 10% off anything at Smart Tools using the code Candid10. Also, thanks to them for doing the continuing education course a couple weeks ago on blood flow restriction training. Human Kinetics, anything is 20% off using the code Candid CEU. It's 20% off. I just put in, I think I'm up to 30. I think I'm at 31 CEUs, so I only have 19 more. I have to put in the one that for the BFR course, and I think I have one other. So I might only have 17 left. That might be the best I've done at this point
Easily.
in the cycle.
Because guess where you're going to get the rest of them?
NATA.
A.
Which we're going to be there. Did you see the email? We're going to have to talk after the show. Yeah, you're going to really like what we're going to.
Okay.
We got some really fun news.
Cool.
Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. If you are a member of our show, they can get you an exclusive discount on your professional liability insurance. Check out the ATIP for sure, Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. Thank you to them. And then our bar Energy Bar. Check them out. I think it's ourbarenergy.com.
Correct.
Using the code Candid Bar, you can get
one word
30% off.
Candid Bar.
I need to order more.
Yeah. Agreed.
I've been thinking about it for about 2 weeks. I'm like, I got to get some more.
I mean, legitimately, so, behind us where we're doing this podcast from is my little kind of gym, fitness, rehab, recovery space. My members love them. Love them. So kudos to you, Arbar. You're doing some good things. I mean, legitimately, you look at the back of that package and it's like 3 ingredients and you know each one of those ingredients. So cool. Love it. What else we got? Anything else before we want to start, what we think is a real show?
No, I don't think we have anything in terms of like intro, like just thanks to the sponsors. Thanks to everyone for coming on. We're going to try a new feature topic game tonight where it's called Fix It or Forget It. We just made this up like 5 minutes before the show.
Come on. We've been planning this for 7 weeks.
Courtesy of Kevin Joyce. He doesn't know it yet, but he gave us this idea.
KJ.
He spurred the idea. So we're going to play Fix It or Forget It.
That we will.
And other than that, we should do some shenanigans. All right.
You're getting home remedies on the old podcast here. Hot toddies.
Hot toddies. What's NATA is 20 or so. 20 what?
CEUs.
Oh, I won't go to any of the classes.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
I think you do have to go to the classes now. I think they kind of
really.
It. Yeah, I don't know.
That's not good for me.
No, I know.
That's
you
really
can
bad.
go. You can go to class. However, we'll talk after the show. You might not be going to any of the classes either. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm excited for NATA though. I think it sucked that it was also awesome that I had to miss the last one that you went to on your own. Philadelphia, right?
It was Philly.
Yeah. I'm excited that, selfishly, Chad and myself, we get to probably, I'm assuming you're driving down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not too far from our home state. And I think that helps in situations of families for us right now. But I think, we're gonna have some fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk some details about it too, and we gotta see when all these lovely people are gonna be down there, and we can maybe meet up.
We gotta find a sports bar and just chill.
Yeah,
buy some drinks.
Hell yeah.
Apparently, you just get the CEUs for registering. You don't have to attend the classes.
Well, that's the way it was in the past.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, then I went last year, so
I'm gonna go to
probably already there. Then
I'm gonna go to some for sure, I'm going to go to some of the classes.
Damn it, we should be giving the talks.
I mean, if they were only smart about it. But do you think they would?
No, they won't do anything for us.
Won't. They won't. Here, I mean, what are we trying to do, Chad? We're trying to
take over.
Yeah. If you know what, spread the word. Candid Athletic Training should have its own seminar. the more members we get, the closer we get to it. We will make sure that athletic trainers are treated the way they should be. We learn some things that we all want to learn, and we can circumvent a little bit of,
All the BS.
The BS that
You actually heard that, huh? I tried
well,
to
I
just
heard it.
mouth it.
I heard it.
These microphones are good.
Oh my God, yeah, they really are. Which actually, before we go anywhere else, so I've been looking into like side hustles, right?
You need another side
I
hustle
need another one.
just to pay for your kids.
Yeah. I came across, you can submit a voice recording that, so I think the world of audiobooks, we've even talked about how great would it be if we, as athletic trainers, maybe even we entered that realm of research and evidence-based crap, like that we could actually audio publish articles, and then like we could also talk about it afterwards.
That was a year and a half ago. We had that discussion.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
we should revisit.
I found, and I screenshotted it. I don't know what it is right now, but I found this, like, you can submit your recording of your voice and read something, and then they will find you appropriate places that, like, maybe people can hear your voice and be like, that's who I want to read my book. I was like, we got equipment. Pretty much everybody says we sound pretty good. I don't know if I have a great voice. I really don't. The voice in my head sounds totally different than when I hear from the speakers.
Yeah, me too.
But at the same time, like,
Live streamers, give us a 1 to 10 rating.
maybe
His voice, my voice, go.
maybe a little side hustle is reading some books on the side. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun.
Kevin, it's really funny because in my head, when I listen to us,
Yeah.
I think you have a much deeper voice than I do.
Oh, I feel like it's sometimes the opposite.
But that's what somebody told me from work. They're like, no, your voice is deeper than his. I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Because to me, my voice is very like,
Sure. Yeah.
And where you're like more like, yeah. I got a 5 with the aspirated cashew. That's fair. I can't do this.
I love it. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I've actually thought about trying to do it. I mean, you can make some serious extra cash. Just, you can't be chewing on some cashews while you do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'd let me drink while I do it.
Probably. Kevin's deeper. All right, let's do this. I want to start with the FMK. Let's move this out of the way. Let's move the cashews so nobody gets hurt. I've been wanting to do this FMK. This is going to be a really strange one, and I don't know if this even makes sense or not. So we got this. This is a replica.
It's a replica because we don't have exactly what we wanted.
We want you to think about your athletic training room in your traditional setting. Picture this. This is a Kleenex dispenser.
Yep. And some people are literally, they're not watching it; they're listening. So
so this is going to be tough. I want you to think about your box of gloves in your athletic training room. A box of gloves. How you should store it, or how you just, is it really a display? You're using it, how you have your gloves presented.
Yeah.
Or how you have your gloves arranged in your athletic training rooms. Yeah. And we want to F, marry, and kill.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to say this. How do you want to call this? So your glove, this would be the circular, the oval opening.
Yep. Correct.
The opening.
Yep.
Towards the ceiling.
We'll
holes up.
Holes up. Hole is up.
Okay. So that would be one. Another way you could store your gloves is some people put them like this. So they're on their side. This is like big spoon kind of action here.
Little
big
hole,
spoon, little
hole
spoon.
Forward.
The hole forward. Right?
Hole forward horizontal.
So like the back or the bottom of the box would be against the wall.
Yeah.
Lastly, you could turn it 90 degrees so it's stacked vertically.
Ooh,
And
standing.
the oval hole is up and down.
So we're gonna make this a little more candid.
Yeah.
Missionary.
Missionary glove box.
We're gonna call it doggy. We're gonna call it standing shower.
Standing sideline, standing sideline, and traditional. F1, marry one, kill one. Megan's quick out here.
Oh my goodness.
She said F and marry, hole up, kill the hole sideways, no matter which way you put it.
Oh, Jesus. She's effing and marrying?
Boy, there's
All
3
right,
of them.
Listen, like anybody listening, Megan, I don't know if you're married, but if you're effing and marrying,
Good for you.
that's what we call it, marriage material.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to go first?
I don't like that standing shower. Lacey says marry the missionary. I tend to like
Congratulations to your husband, Megan.
taking. All right.
Or I mean, congratulations to your mate.
All right, here we
made a
go.
mistake there.
I'm going to here we go. I'll go first. I'm marrying what we were calling sideline doggy, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh.
So the hole is forward. Yeah, that's the way I prefer it. Part of me, I will. I'll marry that. That's the one that I want the most. One, it takes up the least amount of. It takes up the second least amount of counter space. Standing shower really does take up the least amount of counter space, and that counter space is valuable.
So it's almost.
Did you have yours on
perfect.
a table, or did you have yours on the wall? Like, I guess it kind of depends.
Table.
So it has to be on a table.
Countertop. So,
It has to be on a counter. We're not doing like wall attachments, because like the boxes that we have at work are on the wall.
Correct.
And they're usually they can either be on the wall like this or like this, and that makes a huge difference if it's on the wall.
Okay.
If it's on the wall, definitely give me sideways
Sideways
or
like doggy
doggy,
sideline.
yeah, sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if we have to be on the countertop, I'll kill standing shower. It's probably just gonna fall over.
Okay.
I will F with the missionary.
Okay.
I won't like that as much as doggy or sideline, just because. I guess, is it easier to pull the gloves up or out? I want to pull the gloves towards me.
So you want them on a wall. If not, you want them.
This is totally different. If it was wall mounted, then I would
Sure.
I would kill missionary. But if
sure,
we're doing
of
a
course.
tabletop, if you have your standing shower position here,
Yeah, we're not wall mounted.
then you're just
We're not
asking for
mounting
anything.
anything.
tippage. It's gonna fall over constantly. I gotta get rid of that.
Of course. I mean, I
So
agree with that.
I'll F with the missionary, pulling up like a Kleenex box.
Mm.
What about you?
Well, I'm gonna have to marry if we're only on the tabletop, we're only on the countertop. I'm gonna have to marry missionary.
Just standard.
Yeah, I mean you can get a lot done in that position. Not only that, the weight. I mean, there's a reason that this box is situated the way it is, and that is because gravity exists. And I like the weight, the pressure, the compression into the tabletop. That as I'm doing my business and trying to extract anything that I need to extract, I don't have to work as hard.
Okay. Kevin wants it easy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the best live stream comments for an FMK we've had.
It's so true.
It's hard to keep up with. It's distracting. It's really good.
I'm gonna 100% F with the old standing. I mean, I get the benefit of less room. Hopefully, all I have to do is secure it with my other hand, and I can grab that glove as needed.
You're a two-hand glove grabber.
Yeah, if I need to be on occasion, and I would rather save the space than if I'm going to do side lying, doggy side lying, whatever it is. I'm just taking up wasted space. Vertical versus horizontal is legitimately the same thing. I'm going to have to use more appendages, and I'm just going to save some space. And let's face it, I need all the space I can get on my countertop.
Yeah, every little inch of real estate helps. Here.
Oof, every inch helps.
Every inch helps.
Every inch helps.
Good catch. That was a good one. Here, she actually every inch helps. That is what she said.
And Aaron, yes, I don't have a single glove box here. The only thing I have for gloves is I have a first aid kit here. Like, as we've talked about in previous podcasts, I don't wear gloves when I do manual work, so I don't have a necessity for gloves other than an emergency care. This is not a typical athletic training room, but at the same time, this makes me want to have a pair of gloves, or has a box of gloves. Not a pair, but a box of gloves. It really does. Oh, what a wonderful FMK, Chad.
Nate said he's going to marry the doggy. The hole is the most accessible. Kill standing shower. Got to dig the gloves out of the bottom when it runs low. Can't argue with that logic.
Good. That is actually a great point. Nate.
When you're at the bottom of the box, you're kind of like
you're digging in there.
Yeah. Half the missionary takes the least effort. Simple. I actually want to know: do glove boxes come in anything other than rectangular? I was putting some thought into this at work. Do they have square glove boxes, or
I have never seen one.
How about like a sphere? Can we get a sphere? Can we get a pyramid?
Still have never seen one. Yeah. I don't think anybody's really overthinking it.
We should.
Yeah.
Candid glove boxes.
For cleaning, Aaron. Why would I need to wear gloves for cleaning? I use nice all-natural stuff.
That's all I use my gloves for now is cleaning. 100% of the gloves I use are, I shouldn't say 100%. Either for doing an injection, helping with, assisting with injections, not me doing the injection myself, but assisting. Casting.
Mm-hmm.
But 98% of the gloves I use are for cleaning in between patients.
I'm not going to lie. I can't remember the last time I had to wear a glove.
That's how you got 2 kids.
Yes. Yes, it is. No, I mean, spray. Nice natural stuff.
Nisi's onto a Candid AT gloves. Everything is colored except the thumb. The thumb is always white. The thumb is always white and the rest of the glove.
A taped thumb.
That would be fucking dope. I'm not going to lie.
God. Everybody would buy them, right? There's got to be a market out there. And I think
there's no market for Candid.
I think there's 1 million listeners of this podcast that will buy Candid gloves.
Merch time for okay. Craig said it first. Thank you, Craig. And go lacrosse.
I do work with people that are moving, and they are yucky. But you know what? If I wash my hands afterwards, I'm all good.
All right, we're gonna stay on this fun, random athletic training conversation.
Bring it.
We're gonna do our friend or foe real quick.
Nate, I like that. I like that logic.
The chemicals are good enough for the tables. They're good enough for my hands.
Hell yeah. I used to wash my hands with alcohol all the time because I was trying to get like the massage lotion off my hands or whatever I was using as a lubricant for working on my players, and I would just constantly wash my hands with alcohol. So and I don't know, like I'm lucky my hands don't dry out.
You are super skilled.
Yeah, I'm very lucky in that aspect. But at the same time, I feel like, gosh, I was using the thing that would kill everything, and I only drank it a couple times.
Okay, friend or foe? Carrying a pen on you. We probably have done this at some point. It was just on. We have a spreadsheet that we keep track of stuff, and we don't know.
Love it.
we have like maybe this is an idea for a show document. And we
all
never
grow.
like highlight them when we do them, so they're just on there. It's like, shit, we do that one or not? Carrying a pen on you.
Yep.
Friend or foe?
Friend or foe? Well, let me ask you, do you carry a pen on you right now? Or like at work?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
A sidebar. Not really. It's not even a sidebar. It's just another part story. Recently was provided 2 scrub tops. Well, full scrubs. But the scrub tops that I have a pocket with a built-in just side pen holder.
Ooh.
I fucking love it.
Up in the chest, huh?
Chesticle.
I like that.
So there's like a regular pocket and just like a little seam alongside of it and just the pen right in there.
That actually brings up a good question. I mean, it's not a friend or foe, but it's a, would you rather have your pen in your pocket, like your pants, shorts?
So when I don't wear the scrubs, I have to put it in my pants pocket.
Yeah.
And I'm finding I much prefer it on my chest than
when you're not wearing the scrubs. Are you wearing a polo or a button-down shirt?
I have been for the most part, just because of where we are, wearing fleece tops because it's been fucking freezing
Sure.
all winter. But as
You
we
could
go into
still
the
do
summer
this.
months, like today, I wore my Candid Athletic Training. Actually, no, not today. Today I wore the scrub top, but yesterday I wore my Candid Athletic Training light long sleeve, and probably the day before I wore my Candid Athletic Training polo, which doesn't have a pocket like that.
Well, you could like sneak the pen in
sideways,
like in through the buttons.
Yeah, I think it's a weird look.
Is it a weird look? Oh,
to me, it looks weird. I couldn't do it. I don't think I can pull it off. I don't have that kind of bravado. I think you could pull it off. You go sideways with your pen across Johnson?
I don't.
You don't do an across Johnson?
I don't. Okay, so I had
your tuck?
Oh, no. My pen back in my baseball days was always in my right like pocket in my shorts or my pants.
Mm-hmm.
Did you friend or foe it yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go friend.
Friend? Okay.
In my current setting. In the traditional setting, I'd probably foe it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever needed it. I wasn't signing autographs. Like what are you writing down?
In my previous setting,
rehab exercises?
It's
all taken care of beforehand. I don't need to carry it on me.
I had to have my pen on me.
You're taking notes.
I was taking notes, a lot of notes.
Steel trap up here, baby. I remembered everything. I didn't. I just made it up.
So here's my thing, though, is it always got in the way during treatments. I would always actually take my pen out of my pocket and put it on whatever, like my cart that was next to the table, whatever it was. Because I hated something being in my pocket because I used my thigh as whether it was leverage, whether it was a fulcrum point, whether it was like to prop somebody up on the table, like, let's say you're getting into a psoas or something like that. I would put my knee on the table, and I'd put their leg over my knee, and I do that all the time now. So I stopped putting a pen in my pocket.
That's why I would do it. Exactly.
I hated having to like take it out and put it back. But
and how many times did you forget to cap it or click it, and now you got pen on your ink or ink on your pocket?
It was actually, I had very specific pens that I liked writing with. I had this tiny little black book, right, that I had all my notes in, courtesy of our good friend Dave Yeager. I followed suit with him, although he would put his pen in his little notebook. I always wanted my pen on me so that I could write down thoughts or like what we did if I knew that I was going to forget something later on. You have a steel trap. You remember things. I would say I'm about 60% of that. Like 60% of me
Sure.
is like I 100% can remember things with my routine patience.
Yeah.
But if I haven't seen somebody in a while, it's like, oh my God, like what did we do the last time? When I was in the baseball setting and I was treating and handling, let's say 20 different athletes, and I had to take very meticulous notes. And so I definitely went to the Bible and like actually wrote down everything. I was much better about it back
You wrote
then.
in the Bible?
Yeah, my own personal athletic training Bible. But I hated
Would that be a
taking it out.
psalm?
No, a
Oh.
psalm would be like a
I'm not a religious person.
yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I used to be. Well, I shouldn't say I used
I
to be.
shouldn't.
I went to 12 years of Catholic school,
This
but
is the closest we've ever got to a religion or a political
that's true.
topic. We
Very,
have been
very,
so
yeah.
good about
Yeah.
staying out of the religion and politics until I just opened my mouth there.
A psalm would be more like
Is it bad that I don't even know what
verses
that-
of
Oh,
poetry, we'll say. And so, oh, maybe that's a little athletic training esque. Ooh, poetry, athletic. Well, we did athletic training poetry. Remember that?
with Jeremy and the other
Yeah,
ATs
that's
on
right,
the
that's
other
right.
podcast. Yeah, we had to write one.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna go faux.
Yeah,
And
I would forward for a traditional setting too.
when the fact that you have to take it in and out
Taking it.
of that pocket, and then the other aspect is eventually that clip, that the sole thing that holds it in place, that makes it accessible, is going to break. And it's literally because you have to in and out, in and out, in and out. But it's going to break. And then maybe, what if that's your favorite pen? What if that's the pen that is just like the perfect size and like you just like, right? We all have our favorite pens.
My working in the clinic I've discovered the 1.0 Sharpie.
Yeah.
And it like a thick Sharpie, and it is really good. So
Chad's trying to show me some stuff on his phone. We'll make sure that it doesn't. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh.
Erin sent a picture of her dog.
That is by far one of the coolest looking and cutest dogs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I love it. And the ears, man.
She's still
those freaking ears.
Erin's
are
still
awesome.
mad about the FMK.
That's okay.
That we couldn't wall mount our boxes. That's a great maybe that's a friend or foe next week.
Wall mount versus
Wall mounted boxes. Friend or
Sure.
foe next week. Right here. We're gonna talk more gloves. Episode 220.
And yes,
So
you get a lot of your favorite pens, but eventually those pens walk away. I bought like 30 of my favorite pen not too long ago, and I swear I have like 3 left. My wife would say the same thing, and I don't know where they are. They're probably in somebody else's car. Somebody stole them. Anyway, friend or foe?
We got any good live stream comments here on the friend or
No.
foe? Let's see. Let's go back here. Lots of friends. Aaron, friend, Nate, friend, Colleen, friend, Megan, friend. It's nice to write notes on patients instead of pulling out a phone. Oh,
Like
right.
literally on
No,
them? Like
no.
you're going to write on them?
Nate said, Megan, you write on the patients, and it was a joke. Aaron keeps her pen in her scrub pants. Is that Grey's Anatomy, Aaron? Grey's Anatomy scrubs? Because that's what I got. They're kind of nice.
He loves them.
I do. Craig Lewin. Craig says, friend. Everyone, I don't have a foe here. You and I are the only. Oh, Colleen says her pen ends up tucked inside her hair bun.
Oh.
Kyle says pens only in pants pockets. I can't stand the pen in the shirt pocket.
Mm. See, at least in the shirt pocket, it's out of the way of like a lot of well, maybe sometimes for him it gets in the way in his shirt.
Friend is the final answer for Nisi.
I don't know.
So yeah. You and I both said faux for the traditional setting. I'm saying friend for my current setting, but she's got figs and Mandela. All right, let's do our fat. It's about 6 months too late. I'm trying to remember when the show was out. I can barely remember it. But happy Mother's Day, belated, to all the moms out there.
Yeah.
I hope you and your wife, it was her first Mother's Day.
True. She was typical my wife. Like, please don't do anything. I don't want anything. Like, it's okay. So I gave her son and said, and he went mama mama, and then she was in love with it.
Yeah. So happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We really appreciate you and everything that you do. It is not easy, and the mom ATs out there,
Jesus.
double hard.
Seriously.
So kudos to you guys
doing it.
So we're gonna do a mom sort of related fat here.
Yeah.
And we did this, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but we did like Claire Huxtable and some of the older television moms. I was trying to think of some more recent TV moms, and the show that we were originally going to do, and I don't think we ever did as a fat. So we're going to work the two moms and the two main characters from the House of the Dragon are both moms. So let's do House of the Dragon tonight.
Targaryen.
Which was a long time ago, so I'm going to hope to remember a lot of the show.
You're good.
So we've got Queen Alicent, and then Rhaenyra were the two main characters. So let's see, because you haven't seen it.
Nope.
All right, so this is like 4 generations before Daenerys Stormborn, maybe 5. I think it's 4 generations before Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Some years.
This is the Targaryen. Actually, it might be 7. Because it's like 100. I want to say it's like 170 years.
Okay.
Before, something like that. So the king at the time is King Viserys.
Okay.
Okay. He's got a daughter who he names as his successor.
Yeah.
Then his wife dies and he has to remarry because he doesn't have a firstborn son. So he's trying to get a firstborn son. To carry on the name line, the bloodline, yada, yada, yada. So he marries Rhaenyra. He marries his daughter's best friend, Alicent. So she becomes the queen.
Okay.
All right. They start feuding. So then Alicent and Viserys have some kids, and they've got a son. They've got several boys. So now the whole show is about who's going to become the king when Viserys passes away. Up until X time, it was going to be Rhaenyra, who was the daughter that he wanted to have, or the daughter he had and had named. But then once he had this son with Alicent, who was going to take over? And then there's like a lot of shenanigans. We'll just say that.
Well, I would assume.
And that's what the whole season is about.
Okay.
Setting up this whole Team Alicent versus Team Rhaenyra. The greens and the blacks.
Greens and the blacks.
So
which one's green, which one's black? Do you remember?
The green team is Alicent. I had to look this up because I couldn't remember. So the Alicent, so the wife to the king, is the green team. And then the black team is the daughter's team, Rhaenyra. That's Team Black.
All right. So give me the one that's who's the planner?
Alicent, the green team, the queen, is much more I want to figure this thing out. She's trying to work several steps ahead and manipulate everyone.
Okay.
She's playing everybody against themselves. Rhaenyra is more the, I don't give a shit. Let's just do something and let's go for it.
Okay. So which one's gonna hold not hold handle a coaching staff better?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
We can lump in.
I'll say this. Allison, the green team, her boys are way more reckless.
All right.
And so she's got a lot more difficult personalities to put up with.
Okay.
Rhaenyra's boys seem to be a little bit more feeble, a little bit more kind of like they get pushed around by the other by their cousins.
Okay.
So I don't think she had to deal with as much of that
Okay.
in terms of like the personalities.
All right. All right.
Rhaenyra was a little bit more of the she was seen as a little bit more of the leader, though, I will say that.
Okay.
She kind of like she was the woman who was opposing the traditional rule of the firstborn son just automatically gets it.
Sure.
So the people who were on her side tend to be like, yeah, let's do this. You deserve it. You've earned it. And the other people were kind of like this is tradition, so this is what we should do.
Oh, brings up a great point. Then who's the one that's pushing the envelope to treat appropriately versus, well, this is just what we've always done, so that this is what we're going to do.
That would be Rhaenyra.
Mm-hmm.
She was bucking the establishment.
Yeah.
She was kind of the more the renegade of the two.
Yeah.
Where Alicent, the queen, was kind of more the diplomat.
And,
I will say this: there are some scenes where Rhaenyra, she is not fazed by blood.
Good under pressure?
She had several bad birthing experiences, and they showed some pretty intense, and disgusting footage of her. I mean, let's just say she can handle some wound care.
Okay. All right. Who's more organized?
For sure, the queen, Alicent, the green team.
Okay.
Again, she's the more diplomatic, she's usually the more polished. However, there was one pretty major scene where she lost her cool and right in front of everybody, like the whole world, like everyone's watching, and she just lost her shit and like sliced a kid's eye.
Oh.
Sorry.
That would be a bad.
No, her kid's eye got sliced.
Okay.
And she lost her cool, and she stabbed somebody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
she said enough is enough.
Borderline, somebody stab or somebody slices your athlete's eye and then you go and stab that person. I mean, I think that's a good athletic trainer. Who, in your eyes, and would make the better? Oh, I guess we always talk about how there's a part of athletic training that understanding the athleticism that our athletes need to go through and being physical as part of the job. Who's that one?
Like the more
who's the athlete?
For sure,
athletic trainer.
It's not even close. It's Rhaenyra. She can ride a dragon. She is kind of a little bit more of the tomboy. She was the tomboy. She was much more active wanted to be a fighter, didn't want anything to do with politics.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
That sounds really athletic trainer like, and taming a dragon. I mean, if you can do that, you can do a lot of things.
yeah.
Right. All right. Who do you think could handle constantly just working long hours, not being appreciated, and just 100%? I'm going to complain about it, but yet I love my job.
Strangely,
Mm.
it's Allison.
Okay.
She lived in the constructs of
Oh no.
the expectation of all the men around her, just putting up with it.
Okay.
That's the major focus of it. Is like,
Sure.
hey, what you do to me, I'll just make do with it. And she tries to manipulate and set things up, but she's not willing to kind of break free of. She kind of lives in her own constrictions. We'll just say that.
All right.
So,
What else?
wondering if we have anything. I think everyone on the live stream here. Aaron said Team Black was named successor, so Green Team cheated. Blah, 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 blah. Neither of these moms are shining stars. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we do villains. We do a lot of fats on. Some athletic trainers are sneaky villainous. I've never seen the show, so can't really say. But is there a clear winner?
I would tend to lean Rhaenyra.
Okay.
As the more, I'll get my hands dirty, I'll do whatever it takes. I will. She's not necessarily as thoughtful, but she's more of the hard worker and the hands-on skills, the wound care.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Team Black here.
Team Black.
Yeah, Aaron agrees. Team Black.
Do you think on the fat bracket of 2024, it'll be Team Black? Like that? Is that how we're gonna list it?
It's got to be Princess Rhaenyra.
Princess Rhaenyra.
Which was hard to say. It's hard to spell. I looked at the family tree of this show.
Really?
Of the Targaryens.
Okay.
So Aaron said she thought the show sucked. I actually really liked it quite a bit. Honestly, it was very thought provoking to me, and seeing some of the small stuff. And every week I'd be like, "Holy shit! How does this relate to Game of Thrones?" And it actually made me appreciate Game of Thrones that much more.
Yeah.
Looking at the family tree,
they got you.
I almost want to print the family tree and post it somewhere. And I'm just thinking, this is just one family. And then I think about the map of the whole world and how much there is, how much material there is in this world. And and it made me think, is the Game of Thrones show, is it the best story of all this kind of intellectual property TV? Does that make sense? So your Star Wars, your Marvels, your any sort of thing that might have been a book that got turned into TV movie, the Harry Potters. Is this the best story of them? The Game of Thrones? Regardless of how you thought Game of Thrones ended.
Yeah. Everybody loved it until it ended.
And that was just how the TV, this might be the best story of all of them. True story,
It's an interesting question. I'm trying to think. What I'm really trying to do is think of other, I guess, big story.
The Hobbit,
Sure.
Gandalf. What is it? Lord of the Rings?
Harry Potter's probably definitely in there. These franchises that can be expanded upon.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I haven't seen the House of Targaryen or whatever it's called.
House of the Dragon. Yeah.
House of the Dragon.
It just made
It's
me
quite possible.
honestly. It made so the first season was all set up. It's basically like 10 episode of. Really, the story kicks off season 2. It was almost like all precursor.
Gotcha.
So the whole thing is this Team Green versus Team Black, and it doesn't really get there until episode 9 or 10.
Ooh.
It's a lot of background.
Okay.
Um,
That's a lot of background.
and then all of a sudden, and they jump. It was really interesting because in the 10 episodes, they had like 2 or 3 time periods where they jump forward like 4, 5, 6 years or more, which was kind of weird. Like they had different actresses play the same kid. Like they had like the kid actors play these characters for a couple episodes, and all of a sudden they're older.
Oh, okay.
But yet the men characters kind of were all the same actors. It was really kind of weird.
Sure. It could be. I mean, like, I think there's a lot to unpack in the old Game of Thrones
I know.
world.
Like I thought they were doing the Arya Stark spinoff. I was kind of excited for that. I don't know if that's still a thing or not.
Might be.
Yeah.
There are, obviously, because there's the different families
Yeah.
that you could go in depth on. It's just whether or not they're interesting enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's the reach, any spin-off has like the Marvel, okay? And I know it's not technically a TV, but like some of these spin-offs that have become the series TV shows, like for lack of a better term, suck. And it's like, why did I just waste 8 episodes of my life on that?
I know. I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy this weekend.
Nice.
And
Good for
everyone
you.
says like this is probably since Endgame like the first thing that's kind of lived up to the hype.
That's what they say.
I'm pretty excited. Although some people would say the last Spider-Man was there.
Right.
But everything else has kind of been really disappointing
Right.
in the Marvel role, and like Marvel is just basically kind of
Well, and because they just keep doing.
Yeah.
Like stop just doing and make something worthwhile. Anyway, but maybe, I mean, quite possibly, if they did it the right way, I'm sure if Game of Thrones didn't end in a way that a lot of people disliked, they could have immediately started doing this kind of stuff, and it would have taken off.
It took a long time.
It did.
Because Game of Thrones ended when?
Oh God.
10 years ago? Was it that long
I
ago?
want to say no, but it
5 years ago?
It was probably
It was probably 5.
more close to the 5. But yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought if you watch it, I mean, if you said you were getting HBO, I would definitely watch this. I think it's a good watch.
Yeah.
And then
we will. I mean, we like
The Last of Us. HBO was really crushing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They had this. They had The Last of Us, which was a really popular TV show, and Succession is it's incredible.
Nice.
It's probably gonna end up on my Mount Rushmore favorite shows ever.
Jeepers Creepers.
And it's tough. It's like pushing Ozark.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, it's right there.
All right.
Succession is really fucking good.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna be like, this is awful, Chad.
It probably is. You might hate it, but
No.
damn.
Nah. Cool. All right. What's next?
Our feature topic.
Oh my goodness.
It's time. Okay, so we're gonna need the live streamers on this one. So we're gonna get this thing started, and we're gonna have you carry this for us. And let's just set up our feature topic, a little background here. Last week when I was traveling, I think is when Kevin Joyce tweeted some stuff, and he tagged us in it, and he tagged some other people too. But he had posted, "All right, okay, Twitter, what do? I need to replace some of those stopper things on his coolers. What are they called and where you can find them?" And he, sent the picture. This is his ice chest cooler, and they got the little spigot thing where you can drain the water, which maybe that's a friend or foe. Do you use that thing, or you just fucking dump it over and dump the water? What is the point? What percentage of people? Let's put that on there. We're gonna make a survey. God dang it, I'm gonna do this.
You have to do
I know. I'm gonna
it.
use the spigot
Or not use the
or
spigot.
dump it or dump. That is the easiest
To
question.
use the spigot
yeah.
or not use the spigot. That is the question.
And some of the questions on how people were fixing this thing was incredible. It was really fun to follow the thread, and I didn't comment on it because I was just letting it go. Cooler replacement drain plugs. That was what
Yeah.
stopper things. You can't find them.
Stopper things.
I can chew a bunch of gum to plug them.
I'm gonna.
Needed this today because the previous AT just shoved a pin in there to stop the leak. Hot glue gun to fix it, which I thought was
A hot glue gun.
pretty ingenious.
It is pretty ingenious. What if you just like filled the entire?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Gatorade
Gatorade stopper things. I'm Amazoning it. Amazoning.
You mean
it.
I have had one of those broken in a
Didn't show
cooler
up.
for 20 years and I could have just replaced it? LOL, I just would put tape on the end and replace it when it started to leak badly. So you would just let the tape get soggy. You can find small corks at Hobby Lobby, or you can take it out and replace it with a ball valve.
A ball valve.
Yeah.
Nice.
I definitely just put some flexi wrap, covered it with 1.5-inch porous, and called it a day.
Oh, it's so comes up. Gatorade cooler stopper.
Yeah. Nose plugs.
Nose plugs.
Nose plugs will work in a pinch. Maybe wrap it with some tape or increase diameter or buy replacements. Their drains looks like a Gatorade.
How many people have actually taken one of these things out of a cooler and then been like, whoa?
And then Colleen said just some Flex Seal.
Oh.
Slap the Flex Seal on there.
Just slap it on there. Flex Seal. Have
So,
you ever used Flex Seal?
I tried once for something around the house and I hated it.
Yeah. I used the tape. The tape worked okay one time. But I've never, anytime I've ever used the other products, I'm like, all right, it's definitely an infomercial.
For sure.
All right, so number one, has anybody ever replaced one? If you replaced it, tell us that you've replaced it. Have you ever replaced one?
On that note, on the regular Gatorade coolers, yes.
Yeah, I have, and it was purely because we took one out one time, and there was it was black, like there was a rim of black on it. I never would have even thought to look, and we're like, okay, what's going on here? We need to replace all of these. And so we called Gatorade and we got a bunch of new ones because they were like really nice coolers. There was nothing wrong with them. And then we had a bunch of extras for a long time. And then so it was always in the back of my head, like, should I replace these every 6 months? How long should I do this? If it breaks, I'm not replacing it.
So that's where we're getting. That's going to be the game.
I'm not.
Fix it or forget it.
Forget it.
So we're going to just name a couple.
Plug
we're going
it
to
up.
start. We've got like 3 or 4 here. So if you're on the live stream, we want you to give us a couple because we only have a few and we think this would be a fun one. And you guys, your brains are way better at this than us. So ice chest, water cooler, hydroculator in your kit. Fix it or forget it. And then whatever the live streamers get us.
Yeah.
We'll go one by one. Ice chest. If it's broken, you're forgetting it?
Forget it.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just plugging it. I'm dumping it. I'm plugging it. I'm dumping for the rest of my life.
I'll forget it. I'm not trying to fix that.
Heck no.
Just order a new one.
It's just freaking. It's
water
gonna
cooler.
Freaking break again.
So your coolers.
Yeah, my coolers. Yeah. Even like the top. Like
we
remember
fixed
the
it.
date?
We fixed it.
Oh.
We fixed the water cooler, like the
Okay.
Gatorade coolers. We would replace the valves and
Well, I guess if it's something actually somebody has to use.
spigots.
Yeah. If it's not just the ice chest plugger. I mean, if it's the actual water cooler, I mean, yeah, you have to replace it. I'm not buying a new one of those. I'm just replacing that.
Hydroculator.
What am I
do you think
fixing?
you can fix it, or do you have to get a new one, or do you have to outsource that one? That might be a tough one.
Those things are so expensive. What
But
am I?
that's
What
not
am I?
something
What do
you're
you think
gonna
I'm
fix.
fixing? What do you think I'm
You're gonna have
fixing
to,
now?
yeah.
It depends on what I'm fixing. If I'm
The
fixing
lid.
them,
The lid broke.
I'm fixing it. I ain't forgetting it. I'm fixing it.
If it's the heating element, you can't do that. But if like the lid or the wheel, if you have a wheeled one,
I'm jerry rigging that thing. I'm MacGyver in it
you're
for
fixing.
sure. Oh heck yeah, those things are so expensive, man. It's crazy.
We're gonna do one more, and then hopefully some live streamers will give
Yeah.
us some ones that we can do.
What are you fixing or
You're
forgetting it?
the hydrocollator. I'll try fixing it. Yeah,
All right.
the kit. Your athletic training kit.
Fucking kit. It does depend on what's broken. It always does, but God.
All right, Nate said the first one, the wheel on your wheelie kit. The wheel. That's the first one.
Oh my God.
That's the first part.
Am I fixing that? Am I trying to fix it, or am I just buying a new one? You can't, you have, maybe you could replace it. Have you ever tried to replace one? A wheel?
No, I'm forgetting it. I'm
gonna
gonna have to get a new
probably
one
gonna forget it.
because we always had backups.
And there, yeah. The thing is, it's like when it's the wheel, most of us don't fix it. We just carry it. Has anybody tried to fix the wheel on their own? I would like to know if anybody's ever tried to fix the wheel on their own. And then
Nate just said he replaced the wheels on his football trunk a couple times.
Really? Well, the football, like if they're those big caster wheels or whatever. I wonder if you could. Our good friends at PAX have the best wheels on any kits. And I think if you could figure out how to replace them with some good wheels, that'd be kind of fun. I'm forgetting it.
The kit?
Yeah, I'm forgetting it. Like,
yeah, I am too.
Get rid of it.
Aaron's back to the glove box wall mount.
Oh God.
Fix or forget.
The wall mount. I'm gonna forget it because it never existed.
Baseball gloves. You fixed it.
I loved fixing them.
Aaron just sent me a picture of the one she fixed.
I loved it.
I never did. I never did it.
I loved it. Once I learned how to do it, it was almost therapeutic to me. I loved finishing that task. I don't know why they have to be so complicated, but
trying to see if there's anything else I can think of in the traditional setting that you would have to fix
in
really
the traditional
quick.
setting.
Yeah, and
squeaky table. How often do you have to go underneath that table and tighten some Allen wrench?
I did.
Bolts.
I did. I fixed them. I fixed the tables.
Me too. Hated it.
I agree.
And why does it always have to be an Allen wrench? Why can't it be something else? Why can't it just be a Phillips head?
The upholstery. How about the fabric?
The upholstery. Jesus
we
Christ.
we hired that out. We actually had. I remember John.
Yeah.
Once every 10 years, or maybe every 5 years.
How long did you work there?
15. So maybe he did it in year 2 and year 12.
There you go.
Upholstery on the tables. We hired that out. We didn't buy a whole new table.
Yeah,
or do you just?
I
or did you just tape it?
Oh.
Friend or foe, taping the rips, or do you have to get the whole?
I would MacGyver that. I'm not hiring somebody to do that. I'm MacGyver in that.
I don't want it. I don't want any part of the upholstery. Megan said zipper on the kit.
Oh,
the nubs.
It's just done. The zipper on the kit, it's done. If it breaks, it's done.
Okay.
You just never zipper it again.
Here's a good one. Fix it or forget it. The Velcro on your braces.
You know what?
Forget it.
I would say forget it.
Forget it.
I would definitely say forget it. You know what? The Velcro, though, on Evo shields. Those I fixed.
Okay.
I would replace the Velcro on those all the time because it just was like this thing costs $60 and it's form fitted to you. I can slap some new Velcro on it. If you don't know what Evo Shield is, typical baseball elbow guard, shin guard.
This discussion just leads to the like. Not only do we fix people, we fix things.
Oh my God, all the time.
It's sort of annoying.
What? I mean, athletic
Maybe it's
trainers
not.
are always
It's
like,
just,
oh, who could? I wonder who could figure this out. I bet it's Chad. Chad,
fix-
could you fix this for me? Is it a part of your body? No, it's my brace. No, actually, you would
Yeah, maybe.
if you had to.
Maybe we'll have to come back to this another time. We'll
I'd
have
even
to
fix the shoe.
walk around.
I fix shoes.
Tape.
Like
I would tape
mid-game.
some shoe.
Yeah, or like I would even. I mean,
I fixed
super
a
glued some stuff.
I fixed a cup once before,
Yes, you have.
or a jock strap, I should say.
Ooh, even better.
There was a picture of my finished athletics, like it was a catcher, so he needed to wear one. I taped it right to his man parts over the sliders.
There you go.
I should try
What
and
kind of
find that.
tape did you use?
Just a stretch,
Mm.
like a 3-inch stretch tape adhesive.
3-inch, huh? Needed extra coverage. We all need to see that picture. That would be amazing.
I don't know where it is. I'll have to go back in the archives. The broken wheel of the Gatorade ice chest. Yeah, back to the wheels. I'm not.
You know what? A Gatorade ice chest, I'm buying a new Gatorade ice chest. Or I'm figuring something out. I'm not carrying that thing. And I'm not dealing with a broken one on like for ice or water. I mean, I'm just not dealing with that. A kit, kits are carryable. Usually have a shoulder strap. Can't do that with an ice chest.
Agreed. 100%.
Fix it or forget it, athletes, Nate says.
Forget them.
We all know the answer, and that is...
That's actually a huge conversation piece. Is it our responsibility to fix them or our responsibility to teach them how to fix themselves?
Both.
But what's the priority? Never mind. That's another whole...
priority.
That could be another hour.
Both.
Well, very good.
FF.
We'll have to bring that back because we literally came up with that like 5 minutes before.
No,
so if
we fix or forget it.
If we can maybe spend a day in a traditional ATR, you know what we need? Here's what I want. We haven't talked. We might have talked about this off air. We want our live streamers and our members, if you can, walk us through your ATRs. Almost like a pimp my crib, pimp my ride, or Yo MTV cribs. Maybe that's what it is. Walk us through your athletic training room. Take some video, talk us through it, show us around. If you can, do it in the horizontal. Have your camera in the horizontal. It will come across better if we want to use it on the live stream, and we could actually just watch you walking it. We could green screen your trip through your athletic training room, and Kevin and I will kind of comment along. I think that would be a really fun segment to do. So
that'd be awesome.
If you are around and you can, make it like a couple minutes. MTV ATR rooms. Yeah. We're going to do Candid ATR.
Candid ATR rooms.
Yeah.
We'll
take some video, walk us through it.
It's kind of awesome.
Maybe that's a members only thing.
Oh, members only, and everybody gets a jacket with it?
Yeah, members green. Nice. Pimp my ATR.
I love it.
Let's just try some. Let's just start with one. If one person will send us video of their ATR, things you like about it, things you don't like it, and maybe we'll just give you a grade. Your athletic training room is an 8.5 out of 10. That could be fun. We just start comparing.
I like it.
And that would be kind of fun for other people to see this stuff and learn how other people set their stuff up.
Hell yeah.
It's like AT porn.
And I think, it just gives us a little perspective on, whether or not maybe you don't have the worst athletic training room in the world. Maybe somebody else has worse.
Has it way worse.
And then some people you're going to hate because they have the best.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good one. School, meaning the one that we both operated out of at some point in our lives. UWM was pretty good.
Nate's going to get us one. I knew he would be
Of
good
course
for
he
this.
will.
Yeah.
Of course he will.
So very
Nice.
fun. Very fun.
Love it. Anything else?
No, let's just thank our sponsors and get out.
Do it. Well, thanks Healthy Roster. Thanks Smart Tools. There you go. Thanks Human Kinetics. Thanks the old A-Tip Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. And thank you R-Bar. All of our current sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. We love you. Go to underneath the show notes or in the show notes, you'll see a lot of links. That's where you can access a lot of these discount codes. If you're a member, you will get even more discounts and special offers on a lot of things. Thank you to all our listeners. Got anything else?
A lot of fun live streamers tonight.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us. It's
Thanks
fun.
for so many comments. Oh, all right. Until next week, everybody.
See y'all.
Bye.